What's good, YouTube? Justle Farm here, and this is the next part of the Justle Farm Coffee Lake PC build. And if you guys can't tell, I upgraded the Thermaltake Smart Pro RGB, the power supply to the 850 watt. And the reason I upgraded because the 850 watt was on sale, so it was no reason for me to have the 750 watt when it was the same price to get the 850 watt. And I did buy the 750 watt on sale, and it was ridiculous to even find out that the 850 watt went on sale, guys. So other things I did was I unscrewed the hard drive and everything, because in this video, guys, I'm going to show you guys how to change and readjust your fans, guys. So first of all, first thing you guys want to make sure is you guys unscrew your SATA bay or whatever. This is SATA bay 3 drives or whatever. And by that, I already unscrewed, so I can set that aside.
Yep.
I took off the front, which is pulling the pins out. And the front is acrylic, by the way. So I pretty much made it into bare bones. I'll put the box away as well. And also I unscrewed the front 200mm fan that was included over here. And the reason why I unscrewed it is because I'm going to end up relocating the fan at the front for the Kraken X62 radiator that's going to end up going here. So I'm going to need the fan clearance room there. So I already unscrewed that prior to the video. And also, there's the meshes at the bottom that you want to make sure you remove. And the mesh on top for screwing in any new fans that you're going to be installing. So I'm going to be installing fans at the bottom and on the top, guys. The reason why I'm installing fans on the bottom and the top are because that's the only space I have left. I already have a fan at the back, and at the front they're going to be the 2 radiator fans for the liquid cooling. So the fan that I'm going to be installing at the bottom is the same fan that I took out that was originally came with the case, the 140mm Thermaltake fan, which is this one. It's the same one that was in this direction. I'm going to be putting here at the bottom, facing, getting cold air in from the bottom into the case, and it's going to be going right on above, thank you, the SATA 3 drives, which is going to have the SSD, the Samsung SSD there, which is going to help to provide further cooling for the SSD and whatever hard drives I have there. And you guys are wondering what other fans am I planning to add, guys? The other fans I'm planning to add are going to be going on the top, which this case, as you guys can see, is very versatile. There's a ridiculous amount of holes on top, and you guys can put 2 200mm fans up here, 3 120s or 3 140s. Currently, I don't have 2 200s on me right now. I only have one, and I only have, I think, 1 140 extra. So the reason why I'm not doing that on the top is because of that. But right now, for the top, I'm going to be adding 3 120s, which are right here. There's one more right here, and those are simply just going to be laid out on the top. They're going to be going in the inside right here, and they're going to be sucking all the hot air, which hot air rises, out of the computer. So I'm going to be installing those in here. Each one's going to be making sure that I put the correct fan blade, making sure that it's not sucking, making sure it's not pushing in air, it's sucking it out. That's one thing you got to make sure. And all of it's going to be set up. So let me first set up the first fan, and I'm going to show you guys how to set them up. Alright, YouTube. The first fan that I'm going to be installing is the top fans. And to make sure you guys know which way to install your fan, there's always usually a direction on the side that'll tell you which way the airflow direction is. These ones have it, but the Thermaltake fan that originally came with the case does not tell you which way. So that you're just going to have to tell by the blades how they're spinning. So as you guys can see, this will tell you which airflow, and just match the same blades, and that would be the same way as the airflow as this one tells you. So that would be the best way to tell. Alright, guys, so I got my 120mm fan that I'm going to be installing on the top. I located the airflow, which is going up, so I'm going to be making sure I install it on the bottom. So before you guys install anything and you guys rush to installing, make sure you guys locate your fan holes on the top, which ones are selected to be for your 120mm fans. And to do that, you would just place it underneath and find where it says fan, 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 and those are marked holes. And for more simpler and wire management, you guys make sure you guys put your wires facing towards your motherboard, because it would be a real cringe to have to rewire it after, guys, if you guys have this like this. So make sure you guys wire towards backwards, and that'll be easier. So let me wire up the first one, and I'll show you guys how that looks. So I have my screws right here. And I'll be using my Phillips head. Oh, screw fell. That's how it is. So I'll be putting it in here. It's not as easy doing this on camera, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Line everything up for the 120mm holes. Trying to line it up. Okay, I see the holes lined up there. Perfect. Got the holes lined up. It would usually be easier, but with the crazy fact that there's so many holes, you know what I mean? It would be, it's kind of hard to tell. So I got two right there to hold it. Then just push it, screw them in a little bit. You guys want to make sure you guys are gentle with your fans. If it's not a high quality fan, the plastic edges do break. So I'm just lightly putting it in. And then reverse threading as well. Always important. And then slowly tighten it in, guys. Oh, I slipped there. Alright, and that's how you guys install a fan to the computer. As you guys can see, I have my wire back there dangling towards where the motherboard would be. And on the top, it's perfectly lined up. You guys can hardly even see my screws. They're flatted in perfectly, they're fit. And the mat would go on top. The magnetic mat, which would just stick on top. Like so. And you guys won't even be able to tell the screw holes. And this thing's really good for keeping dust out and all that. So let me install the next 3 fans and I'll show you guys how it looks from there. Alright everybody, I finished installing the 3 fans on the top, the 3 120mm fans on the top. As you guys can see, all the screws are flush. Nothing's really sticking out or anything's really odd. They fit perfectly fine. I made sure all the wires are facing backwards. Tilt it so you guys can see. That's how it looks from underneath. And there's the other fan. So in total, I'm going to be having 7 fans in this computer. 3 on top, 1 on the back, 1 down here, and the 2 for the liquid cooling, and that's without counting the power supply fan. So the next fan to install, guys, is the one down here. So to install this fan, you guys want to make sure you guys confirm your airway going with this. So I'm going to be having the air going in. So judging on the fan blade spinning here, it looks like this is airflow pushing up. So I would want to have it airflow pushing up, right?
Like this one's in exhaust right now.
This one's in exhaust mode, so sucking out. So if I would have this right here, it would be still sucking in. Alright guys, so judging with the fan on the back, you guys can see this one's the same as that, so it's pretty much exhausting out. So if I would be putting the fan on the bottom, I would want to have this one sitting here like so, but turning it around for the wires. So I would have it like that. So that way it would be taking the cold air from the bottom into the hard drives, the SSD, or the SATA drives if you guys would have the SATA base, which this would just sit on top like so. I can put another fan here, but the reason I'm not putting another fan in here is for the wiring. That's going to need to connect in right here for all the power supply for the fans and everything else to be plugged in. So that's the only reason I'm not installing one more down here. And so yeah guys, let me quickly install that and I'll show you guys that after I install it. Alright everybody, I flipped the computer over. As you guys can see, the top fans are on the bottom now, so I can screw this one in. So for this, I want to have the Thermaltake fan facing there, and I already got the wire facing backwards. So I pretty much just line up my screw holes. If you guys can't see. So I'm just lining up my screw holes over here, like so. It's a little bit hard to do on camera, but I'm pulling this off. I should win an award, right?
You should.
And I'm just screwing that in. So let me just flip it on the back up so it makes life easier for me. Got it nice and snug, and then just go over everything. Especially for these fans, the ones that have the blue silicone or any type of vibration grip, you guys don't want to over tighten it, because generally they do have that rubber there. That's why it won't feel that too tight. It doesn't have a firm tightness for the vibration of the fan, so there won't be any vibrations. So let me flip it back over, and that's pretty much it for this video guys. Make sure you guys comment, rate, and subscribe, and check out my other part in the next series, which we will be putting the motherboard in, or unboxing the motherboard guys, and setting up the processor and the M.2 on the motherboard as well guys. So make sure you guys comment, rate, and subscribe, and take care. Hopefully you guys learned something about the computer today, and if you guys did, let me know in the description below guys. Take care.